away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
She right, got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the New York Giants.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
2nd down and 8. From the gun, Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Eddie Jackson picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The Bears.
Foles going to lead the Bears to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 21. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Stud 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
Got a man open. It's Wims. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
At the 46-yard line.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Foles. Going up top for Miller. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Foles. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
16-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Foles. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Keeps the score, Bears 7, Giants nothing. Eddie Pinheiro.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
At the 30-yard line.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Buster Screen. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
2nd and 10 at the 20.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now Jones, off play action. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Saquon Barkley.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
Now Saquon Barkley. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Saquon Barkley, the ball.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
He is good. Makes the
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Will they stick
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
By the Giants.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Here I come again. Here I come again. 59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Double dog.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's second down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Jones on third down. That's going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
New York.
Darius Slayton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gano for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Graham Gano set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back.
It got his man, complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Foles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And that'll be incomplete. Jones took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, give you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
For a Chicago Bears.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
By the Giants.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. From the gun, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with a kind of...
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
To Golden Tate.
A 14-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kyler Fackrell able to get him for a loss of about 3. They'll throw now on the final play. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches.
Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaac Yedem picks it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at it and said, turn them loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
At the 30-yard line. It's a pick.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
At the 49-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Going up top for Miller. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, 51 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much and you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
28 yards the game there on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Foles. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Giants 31, Bears 28. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Ballantyne to return. And he returns this to the 22.
Corey Ballantyne on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trip to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And some space here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
New York.
From 17 yards out, and the Giants add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Going for the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Julian Love picks it. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll go to Barkley again. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? you're taking charge.
Brought down at the
Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Jones. Now he's flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The credit that sack to Robert Quinn.
Former first-round pick Leonard Floyd is no longer with the Bears, so they signed Robert Quinn to replace him as a sack guy. And Robert Quinn just got one right there. Had 11.5 sacks last year with Dallas. The best since his lone all-pro season in 2014. And I know the Bears are his 4th team in 4 years after stints with the Rams, Dolphins, and Cowboys. But don't be fooled by that. Robert Quinn still has a lot of juice left in his tank.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and a mile. It's caught. Shepard. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Here's Jones on 1st down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And the Giants 1st down.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Buster Screen is able to bring him down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
Saquon Barkley.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st down, New York.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Smith. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Field goal, a 32-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through.
Is good.
And that will stretch the lead up to 13.
41.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Daryl Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
You got nothing. 29 is the mic.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Foles. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back to throw now on first down. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 22 more yards.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Lorenzo Carter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Is that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Foles. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The keeper. Intended for Anthony Miller. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Wims. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Bears 35.
up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. Shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that.
Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count a four and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. 'Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that.
This is Dev B Music.
Hey yo, yeah, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19, icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Makes sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken. That chicken finger like a chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it right down sauce. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white